the Oscar-winning screenwriter of Ray, James White, the fashion of Burton. From the Chum Movie of the Week, A Perfect Note, writer-actor James Saunders and actor Santana Shaw Garlock, and recording artist Athlete.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Urban Rush. You have an opportunity to see a great film this Sunday on City TV at 8 p.m.
That's right, Mikey and I got a sneak peek at A Perfect Note, and it is a great story. We're joined by the man who wrote it and also stars in it, James Saunders, and he's joined by his co-star who plays his daughter, Santana Shaw Garlock. How are you both?
Hi guys.
Great,
Great.
Thanks for joining us.
James, we're going to start with you. Set this up for us. What is A Perfect Note about?
A Perfect Note is about a family that's functionally dysfunctional. They've managed
like
to,
they all are.
But this one is, everybody's just sort of a little bit disconnected.
Yeah.
Father doesn't get along with daughter, husband doesn't get along with wife tries to bring everybody together, not quite working, until a family friend comes into town, turns everybody's world upside down, and makes it happen.
Gets the ball rolling.
It really is a feel-good movie. I mean, I don't want to blow it for everybody, but it just, it's a, I don't know, I just like the way that you approach the writing to it. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't take a heavy hand on any scenes, you didn't do anything. It was just nice and approachable and realistic.
I think a lot of television shows out right now, they start off with something that's so overly dramatic.
Yeah.
And by the end of the show, they've tied it up so everybody's happy and hunky-dory.
And life's not like that.
It's not, no. So we wanted to take, and we had the opportunity, being with Chum, to just do a one-off, not a lot of pressure. We were able to do something that was a little more real, a little more human.
Nice.
Now we want to talk a little bit about your characters. You play the dad, and Santana, you play the daughter. Tell us a little bit about her. She's going through a little bit of that teen
But it's a
angst
smart one. I mean, you're pretty good all in all.
Yeah, just Irish. She's just like every other normal teenage girl out there. You know, she's arguing with her parents, having troubles at home, just liking a boy for the first time, and she's having problems with her girlfriends and keeping that relationship intact. So.
Now, we were sort of teasing you a little bit because we asked you how long you've been acting.
Yeah,
not that long.
For a year, and you did such an incredible job in this film.
This is my first job ever.
How was the experience for you on your first job ever? Are you kidding me? You had to make out with people?
I know. That was my first scene. Making out with someone was my first scene on my first day.
Your first scene, first day, first professional
Making
job.
out with a boy.
Yeah, I didn't even know him.
Well, welcome to the world of film and television. We're going to have a look at a clip right now, James, and it's a great scene between the two of you. Maybe you can set it up for us.
Yeah, this really is the centerpiece of the show. It talks about how parents and children can get disconnected. Dad comes to the school to confront her about not playing in a jazz competition, and Iris basically just turns her back, and quite literally.
Well, let's have a look at it. This is a scene from A Perfect Note, which you can see on City TV on October the 2nd. Here it is.
What are you doing here?
You drop out of the competition.
No.
The jazz competition?
Who told you that?
You breaking your commitment?
Why do you care?
What's with all this stuff? You want to be grounded?
What?
You know, your mother's not going to like this
Mom
one bit.
just wants me to be happy.
That's not true.
You don't even know what you're saying.
Iris!
Being a teenager and doing that to your pag, just having so many gut-wrenching feelings about doing that to your dad. And the scene mentions jazz, which plays a huge part of the movie. James, maybe you can tell us a little bit about why and a little bit more about the character that you play in the movie.
Sure, yeah. Well, jazz is a great vehicle for rebellion. Iris is playing punk music to rebel against her father, who's playing jazz. But jazz is really the ultimate musical rebellion.
There's
so
no rules.
It's totally hypocritical what he's saying to his daughter. You're not supposed to play jazz and whatnot. And then, of course, we've got Candace Churchill playing a character jazz singer, and she does a phenomenal job at playing 2 original songs by Daryl Bennett in the show.
Fantastic.
Very nice. And your character, Santana, so many people, sometimes when you grow up with your parents, and you're probably in this phase right now, you don't necessarily recognize your parents for multifaceted human beings that have experience and depth and stuff like that.
Totally.
Does it make, when you play a character like that, and I know this is new for you, but does it make you think differently about how you approach your life and the relationships that you have?
Absolutely, like, choices that I've made, regarding my parents or any decisions I've made in life, and it's just...
You go home after the film, so you're like I'm sorry, what have you done in your life?
What have I done?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but it was a great learning learning experience, and I got to work with a really great cast. So.
Yeah. And James, you know, part of the magic of this movie isn't just in the things that you do talk about in family dynamics, but a real part of the magic is the things that you don't talk about. You don't talk about the fact that the lead character's in a wheelchair. It has nothing really to do with the story. I'm expecting that was probably
by
for a
design.
purpose,
Yeah. Too much film and television with the way they treat disability and diversity is something that's special, and especially with disability, it's always, you know, the poor guy, and he's got to triumph over adversity and win our hearts over in the end. That's really unfair to people on the street.
Yeah.
People just need to be normal people.
Yeah.
So here we have a quadriplegic father, interracial marriage, mixed race teen.
Yeah,
I mean, but we never talk about it.
Yeah.
It's just
It's
how
all
it
in
is.
there, and it's
But in
never
a city like Vancouver, I mean, that is life.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
So now people can watch, they can observe, and they don't have the lessons beaten down on them.
Now, what kind of message do you hope people take away from A Perfect Note?
Ideally, I would love a family to sit down and watch this as a family, and at the end say, you know,
Let's talk about a couple
let's talk
things.
about something.
Well, it's amazing. You guys did such a good job on the whole thing. I can't compliment you enough.
Yeah.
You can check out A Perfect Note.
And Santana, I cannot believe that was your first acting
I know,
role.
it's
You have
unbelievable.
a talent, my friend.
Thank you.
I like the fact that your first day was a kissing scene.
My mother didn't like it.
No, I can't imagine.
Well,
Perfect.
thank you so much. If you want to check it out, as we mentioned, A Perfect Note will air on City TV on October the 2nd, that Sunday night at 8 o'clock. Don't miss it. It is
Yeah,
an
watch it. Great
absolutely
film.
amazing story. Thanks again for coming today, you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate
pleasure.
it. We're going to take a break. An athlete are joining us all the way from the UK and just literally crossing the border from the US tour. They're going to perform a song for us, and then we're going to talk to the guys from Athlete. We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Got to